Hi guys, happy Thursday and dun, da, 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 happy first day of fall. You know, if you have been watching these videos, that I have been waiting not so patiently for it to actually be fall. So it is September 22nd now, closing in rapidly on October. And October through like the end of the year, through like the holiday time, hands down my favorite time of year, not even close in competition to anything else. Um, I love the cooler weather. I love that I can wear sweatshirts. Um, and I really love to cook and I really love baking. And that is not something I can do a whole lot of in the summertime, particularly not with the weather that we had this summer. Um, and they are saying it's going to be like a, what do you call it? Higher than normal, like temperatures for the fall, and maybe even into like the early winter. But I mean, you have to put it in perspective. It's like higher than average temperatures for fall. So it might be 70 or 75 degrees, but it's not like 100 degrees. So it's still perfectly acceptable to bake. And I actually started that yesterday because I found a recipe for uh, banana bread muffins, and I had like half a dozen super squishy bananas that for some reason we just bought them. I mean, they're not even a week old, um, and they were brown within like a couple of days. So I used some of them. I made the banana bread muffins. They came out really good. They had like that um, streusely, crumbly stuff on the top, like on coffee cake. Um, and they went over really well with my brother, who's like usually my taste tester. Um, so I think I'm going to try to run out later and buy some flour and maybe make another batch because I have three more bananas. And I have like a bunch of recipes saved for like quick breads and muffins and all sorts of stuff that I want to try. So I'm pretty excited that it's about to be it's pretty much now baking season again. I keep trying to like hunch down, which kind of sucks, but I can't seem to like I can't seem to find a place to record in my house where there's not a glare. And I think this lighting would be great if I didn't wear glasses. Like that's the thing. It's just that everything reflects off my glasses and you can't really see my eyeballs. But I'm not going to worry too much about it. So it has been a whole week, since I made a video, and that was kind of a bummer uh, because I really like to make these videos. It's very fun for me. The thing is that no matter how much I like making them, they don't pay me dollars to make them. And so the last week or so, I've had to really focus on actual work that pays me money because it's like my landlord and like the utility companies have this thing about, they want me to pay them money every month, like every single month. And I'm like, I just paid you money last month. And they're like, well, you have to do it again. Um, yeah, so I had to work a lot of work. Um, Actually, I have to work more after I do this. Um, but I am going to try and make an effort to balance my life a little more and balance making sure I do, at least like maybe 3 videos a week with doing actual work. I am still going to do the Lay's potato chip taste test video. I was hoping to get my brother to do it with me, but he's working like every day for the next few days. So that's probably not going to happen. I'm probably going to wind up doing that by myself. I have a tag video to do, and I just came up with an idea today. It's going to take me a few days to prepare for it because I have to get some stuff together, but I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. I think it might be a fun video, and I hope you guys will like it. But it hasn't been all work this week. I haven't done all work. I did do a few fun things this weekend. Saturday, oh, Saturday, I went to the Pyra Festival, which I talked about in one or two of my other videos, where I said I was going to go, and I said that I would take my video camera and I would try to get some footage and sort of edit it into the video so it wasn't just me sort of sitting here talking. And I did try to do that. I made a valiant effort. Ooh, that was shaky. I made a valiant effort. I took the video camera with me to the Pirate Festival, and I did try to shoot some footage. It did not go well. And I think the biggest problem is that it was just so congested. Like, it's in a park, but it's not like a lot of space. Like, it's not a wide open park. It's kind of like an enclosed park. The river's on one side, and then there's like a like a brick wall that goes around it. The way that it's set up, there's like a grassy area, a big grassy area in the center, and then there's grassy areas around the sides, and that's where they have everything set up for the festival. But the walkways in between are a little on the narrow side. You can only really have like 2 people, maybe 3 side by side, and it was impossible to walk with the video camera without like somebody stepping on me or bumping into me, or like I almost dropped the camera a few times because of people like slamming into the back of me, because people weren't watching where they were going. You would think it would be the other way around, right? Like, you would think that I was the asshat with the camera, so you would think that I would be the one sort of walking into people, but that's not actually how it happened. I would just sort of be standing there at the edge of the walkway, like trying to take video of something, and somebody would just like smash into the back of me because they weren't paying attention. And that got really old really fast. And then the other thing that I found really problematic, and it wasn't something I thought of when I went, but being that it was a pirate festival, there were, of course, a lot of little kids there. And as I was shooting the video, the little bit of video that I did, I was finding it really difficult to not get these kids in the shots. And I don't feel 100% comfortable sort of videotaping other people's kids and then in something that I'm going to put online. If it were just a matter of, making a video of like my family and friends, and it was just for us and it wasn't going to go out in public, it wouldn't be such a big deal. But to know that I'm going to put it up on YouTube, I'm just not 100% comfortable with that. It's like a weird, creepy world we live in these days, and I'm just not about like trying to invade anyone's privacy and put their kids online without their permission. You're probably not even allowed. It's probably super illegal anyway. So it's probably for the best that I feel that way, because it, will keep me from getting arrested or anything. But we did go to the festival. It was pretty neat. They had a few more vendors than they've had in previous years. We always eat from this one catering company that has a stand there every year, and we always get meatball sandwiches. And clearly meatball sandwiches are not authentic pirate food. I mean, they have turkey legs too. So you would think if we want it to be authentic, we would get like the great big turkey legs. But I don't like turkey legs, and I do like meatballs. So we get meatballs every year. But this year they kind of let me down because they didn't bring any Parmesan cheese, and I just don't. And it's an Italian catering company. Like, the name of it is Italian. And I don't understand, as an Italian person, how you could bring meatballs to an event like that and just not bring any cheese. Like, how do you live with yourself if you do that? They were good. It was just a little bit. It felt incomplete is how it felt. Because you got to have the cheese. You just do. What were they thinking? So that was Saturday. Oh, and I saw the pirate band that I like, Pirates for Sale, SAIL. But I didn't get to hear any of their really fun, raunchy songs that they normally do. It was just sort of like regular songs, and that was a bummer. We actually weren't there that long. I went with my dad and my stepmom, and they both have some mobility issues. My stepmom's actually going to have a hip replacement next month, so they can't really walk around a whole lot. And it's like one of those things with my stepmom where it's like she can't sit too long, she can't stand too long. Um, that's really hard to be out and about at like a festival sort of thing. So we weren't actually there that long. But I got to eat and I got to hear some pirate music and look at some crafts, and it was pretty cool. Um, and then Sunday was my uncle's 80th birthday celebration. My mother's brother, and so we went to my cousin's house and we had food and cake and hung out with family, and that was pretty awesome because we don't. They're all super busy all the time, so we don't really get to see that part of the family a whole lot. So that was really fun. Um, and other than that, it's it's fall TV time. What have I watched? Oh, I missed the Agents of Shield premiere on Tuesday. I'm not really sure how I let that happen, because that's usually sort of appointment TV for me. I normally make sure that I see that every week, and somehow I totally missed that it was the premiere this week. So I have to watch that on like the on demand thing. Last night I watched the new Kiefer Sutherland show, Designated Survivor. That seems promising. I never saw 24. Um, I know that's supposed to be a really great show. I just never thought that I was going to be super into it. But the previews for this one looked good, so I decided to check it out. And it seems like maybe it could have some potential. I'm going to hold off on saying that it was really good because it was the first episode, so it's just sort of like setting everything up, and I guess we're going to see what happens from here. Um, Next week's the season premiere of Criminal Minds. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. I made a mistake because I thought it was last night, and I was all excited, and then it wasn't last night. It's next week. Um, but that's okay. Now I can just be excited all over again, and now I know for sure it's next week. So I can start looking forward to it. What else is good? It's I gotta be. I feel like there's movies coming out soon. I feel like that. What is it? Doctor Strange movie? That Benedict Cumberbatch movie. I don't know anything about that character. I know it's a Marvel character. I know there's some sort of like opening of alternate universes, time travel business that goes on there. Um, but I have no expectations of that film. And sometimes I think maybe that's for the best. Like, when it's like Batman or Superman, or I'm more so Marvel-y. So like Captain America or like X-Men. Um, I feel like if you already know the story and you already kind of love the characters, then it gives you more of a potential to be extremely disappointed. Um, but like with Guardians of the Galaxy, I knew nothing about those characters. I had like no clue. I went into that completely void of information. And it is hands down my favorite superhero movie in like recent memory. Because I didn't care what happened and I was just able to enjoy the movie as the movie. Um, and that was really fun and awesome. And so yeah, so um, I'm wondering if I might not really like this movie because I have no expectations of it. And then so that's in November, and then Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is in November. Um, and I'm so on the fence about that. Like part of me's so excited to like get back into the Harry Potter universe again. But then part of me's like, there's like so much miscellaneous Harry Potterness going on that's not actually about Harry Potter. And it's confusing me. It's like adding way too much information um, to that world for me. And I can't keep everything straight. I'm a grown lady. Like, I have so many things on my mind. I think maybe if I was a kid and I could just be focused on that all the time, that was a terrible phase along. Um, that maybe I could absorb all that information and it wouldn't like screw with my brain. But it's a lot to process. I mean, it's that movie, the Cursed Child play that they have on in London right now, with the manuscript, which, or like the play, they published the play, which I haven't actually read yet. I'm not a huge fan of reading plays, to be honest. I really sort of wish they had done it as a novelization. It kind of interrupts the flow of the story for me. Like, even I like Shakespeare. I love watching Shakespeare being performed, like on the stage. But I don't so much care for reading it because I don't really love reading plays. But speaking of Harry Potter, yesterday or today, Pottermore released the quiz to find out your Patronus. And I took mine actually almost right before I started recording. And my Patronus is a weasel, which is really exciting because I feel like I should be a Weasley. I think I don't have red hair. I have red highlights. If I chose to go out in the sun, you would see that I have lots of red highlights. So I think I could make it. I think I could pass for a Weasley. I choose not to go out in the sun because, well, lots of pale, all sorts of pale. But yeah, so I think I'm secretly a Weasley, and my Weasel Patronus makes me happy. I won't learn to do the spell where it talks and sends people messages. Ooh, what did I do? Oh, what the hell is that? That is like, here's what happens. I broke sort of like the cardinal rule of having wavy / curly hair, which is that I took a shower last night and I went to bed and my hair was still wet. So I woke up and I kind of looked like a giant mushroom. Like I looked like in Super Mario, how they have the mushrooms that you use. That's kind of what my head looked like a big mushroom. Ooh, big eyes, big eyes. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. I wanted to make sure that I got a video done today because it had been a week. And I'm definitely going to try over the next couple of days to record the other videos that I've been talking about, so that there is way more content than what I currently have on my channel. And right now I have, I want to say I have 7 subscribers. 7. I love my 7 subscribers. I don't know who you all are. I know who a couple of you are. So I super love you. Some have subscribed in secret. It says like, this person's subscriptions are set to private. That's fine. I don't care. As long as you subscribe, I don't care if you're secret. But yes, anybody who has not subscribed, I really, really wish that you would, so that you could help me increase my viewership. And also comment and thumbs up and all that other stuff you're supposed to do. Share on Facebook and direct other people to my videos. And don't forget about the 100 subscribers giveaway contest thing that I have going on. And I think that's it. So I think I'm gonna I heard a weird noise. Do you ever hear a weird noise and you're like, is that inside my house or outside of my house? Because I'm thinking it's outside of my house, but I'm not 100% sure. And I don't actually want to check. Because like, what if it is inside my house? What am I going to do about it? What if it's like a rogue possum or something? We got a flyer in our door, like everybody in the neighborhood, about like possums and groundhogs and how they're like getting into trash and like living under people's houses and stuff. Which is true, because we had a groundhog living under our house earlier, like back in the spring and early summer, but I'm pretty sure he moved out. But he was a big fat fatty, and I named him Dewey. And so yeah, there are definitely like possums and groundhogs. But then I'm like, what is that sound? Is it in my house? What if it's a possum? If it's a groundhog, I might not care so much. It's like they're kind of fluffy, and I don't know that they bother anything, right? Like I think they're just, well, they ate my vegetable garden, so they do bother things, but I don't think they're like vicious. Are they vicious? But possums seem really vicious. I don't know. They're scary. They look like giant rats. I don't like it. Um, I'm just not gonna go look for the source of that sound. I'm gonna pretend that it's outside, and I'm gonna go about my day. So I don't know. Maybe I'll have an unpleasant surprise when I go downstairs later, or maybe it was nothing. Um, yeah, so I hope everybody has a great day. You'll probably see some more videos from me over the weekend. I will try to find some other interesting ideas that are not just like vloggy type things, but that are like specific topics or whatever that I can talk about. But you could help me with that. You could help me if you left comments down below. Um, if there's any specific thing that you would like me to make a video on, it can be TV, movies, books. It can be like, what's your favorite of these things? If there's like a certain tag that you know that you want me to do, anything fun, anything that like we could exchange, talk about, where I could say my stuff and then you guys could tell me your favorite things. I would really love to know what people are interested in seeing. So pop that in the comments under this video and subscribe and thumbs up. And I will see you guys later. Everybody have a great day. Bye.